Hi everybody. I've had a request to talk about the airlift pump that we built. It's a ABS, um, which is food safe and structurally sound. It's not for UV, it's not for outside, but this is going to go deep inside a well that's 200 feet below bedrock. It's around 190 or so. I'm just showing bits that I've collected for it. Those are the zap straps that have an eye so that we can attach a safety line. And here's the guts of the pump. There's the drop valve itself, the spring, that converts to a 1-inch adapter which goes to the end section, the end cap of the airlift pump. Then we're going to jump over to, it's the same tube but it's all taken apart, and this is the part that has the diffuser in it, and it connects to an air hose, and that goes inside the ABS pipe. And you can see Rory in the background. There's the inside looking at the diffuser, and I've turned on a light and we're taking a look at the diffuser, and it's just a 1/4-inch valve, and that's like the air release valve on a tank, and that just sprays air into that 1.5-inch sleeve. So now it's all put together. It measures about 48 inches, and I've made the diffuser section where the air goes in interchangeable because I'd like to try this. It's a sink add-on for a dishwasher, and that seems to make a nice inlet valve. That's 3/4 inch, or sorry, that's 1/2 inch, and all the tubing is 1/4 inch for the air, because we have a 250-foot air hose. There's the safety line, 113-pound test, and it floats. I ended up requiring more than that. More zap straps. And now's the main body of the airlift pump. It's 1.5 inch ABS cellular core. That means it'll float up. So there's the only moving part in this is that drop valve. Everything else is either inputting air or outputting water. So for experimentation, we're using 3/4 inch PEX, 250-foot roll, and I'm just adapting different fittings. So there's a barbed 1/4 inch, gonna go to air check, and that goes to a garden hose from 3/4 inch PEX. So I've just put an elbow on the top so it doesn't, so when we're testing it, and it had lift from maybe 1/3 of the way full, just in a tank. And total cost on all that, probably $50 in materials. Maybe another 10 for add-on parts such as these and the zap straps, and the drop valve can also come off and fit onto a garden hose, because the well, it enters at 42 feet, and at 170 feet, that's where the water enters the well, in the bedrock through fissures in the rock, and it pushes all the way up to 15 feet below surface. So there's a chance we can use a linear pump to draw from 15 feet. But that's basically it, and that's the kind of the homemade airlift pump design. and I may interchange different parts of it to add a venturi. We'll go up country and put it in. So again, it stands about 48 inches tall. And this is down south, making sure it all works before we haul it all up. And it'd be nice to try it in this field, but it's all clay, and we'd hit water at about 4 feet, so no sense. There's the place up country. You can see terrain is different. There's a drilling rig and 2 trucks, one with compressors and pipes, and there's a drilling rig being set up. This is a clip from the iPhone. Let's take a pause. The finished wellhead, and we've capped it and put lock on. And there's the pipe, the airlift pump. There's the 250 feet of PEX laid out. It was sunny, but now it's not. So there's the solar, and those are 2 20-watt panels. I forget the amperage. And they're going into the charge controller, which is 7 amp. And that's going into the battery. That's a regular 12-volt car battery. And that's going into this inverter. I wonder if I can get enough power to operate it. So that's 800 watts. And this is like a 0.2 watt amps compressor. Maximum, it maxes out at 70 pounds. It auto shut off, and then it comes on again at 30 pounds. And it's running right now at about 50 pounds PSI. And it's going through a little converter fitting because it's 1/8 of an inch. And it goes into a 1/4 inch check valve and via air. And that one, the check valve keeps the air in the line. And we want to keep the air in the line because it's going 180 feet down. And this is the top of the wellhead. And there's a waterfall at 42 feet, and then there's another one at 170 feet. And maybe we can hear it run once it starts pumping out. And that goes down to the 170 foot level. Actually, I backed it off to about 160 feet. You can see on the line right there, it counts, I don't know if you see it, it counts the feet. And that's 3/4 inch PEX. And at the bottom there's a 1.5 inch PVC pipe with a diffuser on it, and the air goes into the diffuser. And yeah, I meant to say ABS. Now here's a fitting, goes onto the garden hose. And the garden hose is, you know, potable water, food rated. Oh, there's the backyard. Oh, I hear water. Oh, it's a swimming pool. There's a lot of... And that's coming out at 3 liters a minute. And that's taken about 2 hours of pumping. So far we're up to the second level. It's at 55 psi from 180 feet.
It's going faster than moving.
So, to review, it goes over to here. There's the wellhead. We pulled it 10 feet off the surface of the well because that was 80 psi in order to just get a trickle. So we backed it off. And the air hose to this little compressor. It is running off an 800-watt inverter and the battery and solar. And she just made coffee with this water. What is that thing?
10-million-year-old coffee.
10-million-year-old water. Between level 4 and level 3 Chilcotin lava flow 10 million years ago.